spoke about the consistency
Liverpool's defence, and this was a new defence again, a new partner for Van Dijk. And the first couple of minutes they looked a little bit shaky, a little bit indecisive about who should take control of different things. And this one again, a looped ball back into the box. The defence is coming out, some are running in, and a bad touch by Zaha nearly gets it over the line, but a great recovery.
If he could have controlled this and just kept it on the deck, it looped up off his foot. So would you be critical of Zaha here? It's getting a bit of a tug at the same time, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, it's a difficult ball to control. It's coming, he's looking at the goalkeeper coming out at him. This one again, the same situation, a loop ball in as they're trying to come out. Konate's a bit slow coming out, and a difficult header by Benteke. He's trying to curl her in, obviously, to the far post, or maybe hope for a player to tap it in. But it was a shaky start by Liverpool.
There was a question of offside there, but it didn't look like Benteke was offside, so that would have counted.
Yeah, it certainly would have. Wasn't an easy header, but it was a good start from Crystal Palace. It took Liverpool some time, probably 20-25 minutes, to find a little bit of rhythm to their play.
They did get there though, didn't they? Before the goal, the pressure did start.
Yeah, they did start pinning Crystal Palace back in their own half, moving the ball a little bit quicker. Some good little combinations. This is pretty typical Liverpool ball down the side. That's a clever little ball from Mane to the back post. This is what you want to see from your number 8, your advanced midfielders. Henderson arriving late in the box. Difficult finish, but done well to find the target. Again, just really hopeful ball into the box here. Difficult chance for Mane, but it was sustained pressure. There was plenty of these situations, kind of half chances in and around the box. Again, Henderson getting into a good position. Very rarely see this. Spoke about Thiago before the game. Very rarely see him get into this position. He should do more of this. If the time of the run is good, the quality of the ball, if the box into the ball is good, then this is what can happen. That's Liverpool's 2 number 8s.
I'm sorry, I can't even see Thiago on this one. All I'm seeing is that miss by Jota. How did he sky that one over the bar? That's unbelievable.
I'm so obsessive with Thiago, I didn't even see it. I think that was a harder finish. I was saying to Rich there, the ball bounced up. Keeper does well to get up off the ground and throw himself in front of him. Thought that was a slightly harder finish than it looked.
Okay, you're being very generous there.
He should have scored.
Yeah.
He has to score. He's so good, Jota, at reading situations and getting onto the end of the balls, but when it drops to you there 2 yards out, can get the goalkeepers coming out and putting them off, but he needs
ball popped up. Angle your body.
You're gone soft. Yeah, you're just trying to get back on side of the Liverpool fans here. But they got their goal. Sadio Mane. No surprise, it was him who scored. What do you make of the way the corner was scored by Liverpool, but also defended?
Obviously, from a Liverpool point of view, it's well worked. It's a good header. It's good movement off the ball, and Mane scores it. I thought defensively, Crystal Palace left a massive gap at the back post, and I understand the whole theory of man marking and that man is your responsibility, but you've got to sense the danger from a team's point of view. Start looking where the ball might drop next of all, and nobody moves. The Crystal Palace man markers just stand still.
So is this like a systematic error, or is there 1 or 2 individuals who you?
I think we've been speaking and discussing it. There's like zonal marking, so you put people in positions and they can say, well, it wasn't my man because he wasn't in my zone. But then there's man marking, and it's like it's not my fault because my man didn't score. But as a team, you have to sense the danger. You have to react to the situation, and regardless of instructions, you have to play in front of you, and I don't think any of the Crystal Palace players reacted there.
There was a couple of individual errors there. McCarthy gets done by the movement of Salah originally. Joel Ward was actually man-marking. Mane gets attracted to the cross, thinking he can go and deal with the header. He doesn't get there quick enough. He's in no man's land, and Mane then spins into the space in behind. I think what Rich is talking about there, the other Crystal Palace defenders were touch tight to their players who weren't in danger then. Can one of them react, see the danger, maybe drop in there, maybe get a tackle? That didn't happen.
He's made a few changes today, some of them enforced, some of them not. Would you think he'd be happy enough, given that the second half of the first half developed the way that he did?
I think he'd be happy with the way they finished. Like I said, found a bit of rhythm to their play, start working those little kind of combinations. Simic is getting into the game a little bit more, kind of wide up the right hand, so a little bit more cohesion to Liverpool's play in the second half of that first half.
Richard, I'm going to pick the Palace team for the second half. I'm going inside that dressing room and I'm telling Edward, you're on the pitch, because Benteke doesn't offer me a huge amount.
Crystal Palace have been, after that first 5 or 10 minutes, have been really poor. They've had opportunities to break and wasted every single one of them. You look at Zaha on occasions, he's having the opportunities to get into one-on-one situations. Either it's a bad ball to him or he stood in an offside position. It's just there's the opportunities there to be creative, to get something against Liverpool, and they've just not made the most of it.
I think they'd be good. The defensive set-up across the back line, back forward and midfield, that narrow midfield three have done really well. They defended the edge of the box, I thought, really well. That's been good, but there hasn't been enough from Zaha having one of those games drifting on the periphery of the game. And Benteke, that typical type of Benteke performance. So I agree with you totally. He's crying out for that Edward substitution.
It's 1-0 at half-time. Second half coming right up.
Is the break forward to try and get into the box, and obviously with Edward as well coming on in the second half, they looked that little bit more creative and inventive, and I think I do have my doubts all the time about Crystal Palace. I never know how good they are, but I think you were seeing signs now that there is improvement. They are moving forward, and I think they'll be fine this season.
Well, we keep putting you on Crystal Palace games so you can evolve those thoughts as the season progresses. We'll take a break. We're going to come back and talk a lot